Okay. So can you put tech on here? So in terms of inside of the long and short-term goals, we're gonna put education and mental health inside of short-term goals. Those are things that I think fall into the category of things that we need to be talking about right now. And then housing is gonna fall into the category of a more long-term goal. That requires, in my estimation, a longer-term strategy. Yeah. So what I've got right now is long-term goals and short-term goals, encompassing a majority of these ideas, and then tactics. So that's 3 breakout groups.
So basically what?
You have a 5 group? Yesterday it was a 5 group.
Okay.
So here's my suggestion, you guys. We need to try to, first off, before we start moving where we're going, we need to unite what we're moving towards. We can't start moving before we know where we're going, right? So I think what would be helpful, we first off realize and remember what we're fighting for. Everybody is out here because we want to defund the Seattle Police Department. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody is out here because they want to fund the community. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody is out here because they want to see our peaceful protesters released from police custody. Correct me if I'm wrong. All protesters. Everybody is here because they want to see justice in the criminal justice system. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody is here because we all have a right to a fair trial, and so do those who are already given an unfair trial. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there's one more thing. Many of us that were out here on the front lines have had war crimes committed against us. And we think those who committed those war crimes should be held accountable. Correct me if I'm wrong. That being said, I have some suggestions about how we can respect the police. Just yesterday, we got some police come in and we occupied this building.
While we were trying to organize.
While we were trying to organize.
They came in and distracted us because they do not want us to be organized.
First they came in the morning when most people were not here. They came here with 20 to 25 officers when we were unprepared. We need to have our people here at night. We also need to have strategies of what they're going to do or what we're going to do regardless. So the first suggestion I had on what we should do for this immediate situation was to protest this business. I think we should set up a picket line. A peaceful picket line where we force them to walk through us and we can use our freedom of speech to let them know how much we do not want to do. But that is one idea. I want you guys to come with the rest. And we'll talk about them as a community. The second, so that's the first thing to focus on, is short-term goals, such as what to do in case police officers come. Short-term goals as what to do to help the community now and the people that are here now and keep us safe now.
Right.
Those are the things we need right now. Long-term goals. We need to talk about what kind of things we're going to do with this building. What do you guys want to see this monument turn into? Because that is what this is. It is a monument. Right now, it is a monument of oppression. When we are done, this will be a monument to the world. This will be a monument to the world for social reform, for civil justice, for hope, and for change. And we're going to be a part of making that history. I am proud of my city, and I'm proud of each and every one of you for being here. Go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause for just all of this. Yes, so third, five, we need to have a discussion amongst one of these focus groups about how we can maintain the correct vibe, the right energy.
So yesterday, the person that facilitated described that like, why? What is that? If your instincts are usually right, if when you get a bad feeling, like you're kind of on point, that is the vibe check. Like if you're using intellectual logic or whatever, these are kind of like empaths that are just vibe check. If you know that you're supposed to be part of the vibe check team, oh, this makes sense to you. Like for me, that's exactly where I belong. Like I am a bullshit caller. That's what I am here. I will call out the bullshit as soon as it is. But sometimes people don't listen to when I call out the bullshit. But if there's a circle of us, usually like women and empaths and sensitive ass people, if we're calling out the bullshit together, then our voices are heard. That's why.
That's why. That's why.
70% of communication is nonverbal. This is not about some kind of judgment. These are people that can take that and hear it in their mind as a language. So they're relaying that back.
That was a perfect way to say that, you guys. I see a lot of debates here. I didn't really take time for the so before I get to that last point, let me let you guys know my name is Mark. I've been out here every day at this fight. I've been a brand ambassador for a number of high-profile technology companies here in Washington. I've been here my entire life. As a brand ambassador, it is my honor to represent you guys in the community, and that is how I have been out here trying my best to act every day. I'm not out here making any decisions on my own. I want us to do this as a community, and I have nothing more than a voice for the people. That being said, let's move on to our next point we have written down here. Tech and communication. Tech and communication. We need to find a good way to stay in contact with those who want to be involved and want to take leadership roles. I'm going to hand it over here.
Hi, so my effort has been to help organize information and make an accessible place online. The issue that I'm facing right now has been multiple efforts to make a website, which is beautiful, but we want to all come together and make something that's true and that we're website. So yeah, we just want to get that underway. I also wanted to make an announcement, that someone came up to me and told me a mental health counselor and jobs are set up across the magnetic.
So also, the work that they're doing is lending support to try to report back some of these discussions that we've been having here at the General Assembly to the broader community. Here all the time. So if y'all when we do the breakout groups, just make sure y'all connect with Carolyn so that information can shared out. Big shout to Nash that has been supporting the streaming. The first General Assembly that was here is still online. Just centralizing all this so it can share it. Can't be acceptable, accessible to all. Can't be present. It's going to be real vital to keep continuity of these conversations going.
So, in terms of that, who are you all with?
There's Pyro.
Is everyone here comfortable with Pyro? Yeah.
Freedom of the press.
Hold on, and I don't know if you guys know who's back here behind that base, but that's the phone. He's going to stay. He's going to be here.
So, can we come up with a way that everybody feels comfortable? I want everyone to feel comfortable speaking. So, if maybe we can have Pyro to step back a little bit so they're not quite. So they're here.
Right.
We want people to be able to have a conversation also feel comfortable and not feel like they're going to get targeted later. And that's what I'm concerned about. So I just want to make sure that the pressure here is not necessarily.
Absolutely. That's very wonderful. But I just want you guys to know Cairo is here to make sure that our narrative is down here the right way.
So that's something we're really excited about that. Everyone here needs to be holding themselves accountable for the utility of that tech as we portray it outside for other people, because the national narrative doesn't look like what's actually going on here. It does not look like this at all. We're going to say that we have warlords and we're extorting people and fighting people, et cetera, et cetera. So at the end of the day, those are our allies. For people who are not there.
So this continue youth in the news is gonna make it better because it's been their view that they made it sound like the way that it is now.
That's local. The national narrative is one that's talking about their thoughts. But they've been really good. You guys, we all live in America. Nobody here has to compare ourselves on top of the state or a rebel nation like City of the Union. Correct me if I'm wrong. We all still have American rights. They are Americans now. Freedom of the press. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right. Correct me if I'm wrong.
How are we giving the police out? We're talking about rights.
How are we giving the police out? We did not force the police out. The police out of your own will and listen.
There is currently a breakdown of communication. Okay, so we are losing focus. Like, this is the sort of discussion that this is why we are having a general assembly. There's a lot of discussion and a lot of questions that need to happen amongst just like people that care enough to be right here. And it's like we don't have the proper amplification or the proper system to have these conversations right now anywhere other than like in person. So yes, everyone that is talking, do not like keep talking, stay here, but we need to like hurry up because not everyone can stay forever and sort ourselves into however many groups, and then we can talk on like whatever group you want to, and you can float between them. But it's just going to be like a structure of raising your hand, having turns to speak. That's called a stack. When you raise your hand, there should be one person that is taking notes about who is next speaking. There should be one person timing each group. There should be one person facilitating each group so that everyone has a voice. However, we can't all talk to each other at once, so we're going to break out into these. How many groups? 4. So, if you think you should be part of a group that is today talking about the short-term goals, which is like what's going to happen tonight and in the next 10 hours. Like, we need more people here between 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. If you're interested in like just short-term solutions or food, or that sounds like what you want to do, make a circle over here. Just come over here and make a big group circle. If you short-term goals over here. If you want to be a part of a group that is talking about the long-term vision of this building, if you have ideas, if you want your voice heard about what you think would be a good idea, how we should use this, or if you just have questions, make a group in the middle. If you really like using your instincts to just talk about how you feel about what's going on here and what you feel is wrong or right, concerns that you have about like the philosophy of why we're here, like should we even be here? What happens if police come again? Should we just give back the precinct at all? Like it's more like I don't know how to describe the vibe group, but if you want to be part of the vibe group, over here in front of the Slicker wine sign. Yeah, I don't know how to describe
the vibe group. We need to make sure that our community feels safe. We need to make sure that we all feel safe walking around. We need to make sure that we are able to hold people accountable that are doing things wrong. So please have a discussion about how we can project the right vibe out to the world, that this is a safe thing that they want to be a part of and emulate as well. We're going to have that group over there, the vibe. So now it's just for a question. Okay, I'm going to say the long-term goals are what we are going to do for this building. What we are going to turn this monument into a monument for social justice. 5 is how we are going to make sure our image is being protected directly around the world. We need to make sure that we are projecting the right energy out to the world. This is something that they want to be a part of. The last thing on this list is tech and communication. We need to find a way to stay connected. Whether you're here or not, if you want to be involved in the future, we cannot all be here 24/7, 7 days a week. I was here for over 30 days or 30 hours yesterday, and I can't do that every day. It's physically impossible. But I still want to be connected. So I would love it if we can find a way that we can all be connected via technology. I want to reiterate the first point, which is short-term goals. We need to look at what we are going to do in situations such as if the cops were to come back. One thing I suggested once to do was a peaceful vision on. You guys come up with other suggestions. The other thing, some short-term goals, is how to make sure people keep getting fed. Maybe how to solve some of these homeless that we see walking around us. Maybe how to put more social workers out there that to help people that have mental health problems. We need to set an example. We need to set an example. Find out ways, think of ways that we can set an example. We have the smartest people in the world here in Seattle. Let's figure it out for the rest of the world. Question.
How do you get bigger information out there? Like,
Okay, so technology implementation, that is a great question. While you guys are talking about that, please talk about ways that we can agree on a common media platform to protect the world. But for now, we're going to start grouping up into a group. Please ask your questions in a group. I'm sure somebody else can answer it for you. If you don't have time to take it more, please ask somebody in the group. I'm sure they can have an idea of how to answer the question. We're going to have group number one. Talking about short-term goals, start off over here. And then you can go outside.
Is there group number one? Is there somebody who's point on that group? Yeah. If y'all could decide somebody who's point and then somebody to connect with Carolyn so we can report back online, that would be dope. That's for all the groups.
Group number two, we're gonna have you guys meeting right over here in front of the tent in the middle of the street. If you want to talk about long-term goals.
Long-term goals, long-term objectives.
We want to find out long-term goals. Number three, vibe and impact. We need to make sure we are projecting the right feeling around for everyone to feel safe. Whether it's groups of people walking the streets and just smiling at everyone and just talking to everyone. Whether it's ways to get more children here during the day and things like that. Think of better ideas and those. Please come back and report those to us. We're going to have you guys meet right over here next to that electricity pole. Last one, technology and communication. We need to find ways to communicate and keep our media protected. If you're going to do that right over there. Nope, actually, we're going to do it over here. We're going to do it next to this gentleman right here that is yelling.
And that influence, if you want to support this type of facilitation for your families as well. It needs to be a routine thing. Shouldn't be held by any one group, one person.
Awesome. And with that, I have talked to this gentleman to see guys that the whole time I work. Break up technology communication. That's a great suggestion. I agree with him. I feel like the answer so far, he must have a very good reason for him to say that. We are going to break up technology communication. If you would like to focus on technology and how our social media platform out there to other people, to the world, we're going to have you meet right here. If you want to find out a way to keep all of us members communicating with each other, that is a great idea. We're going to have you meet up over there, right here in the crosswalk, so that we are all separated. All right?
And because we really want to keep this to be a working session, so we're going to do breakouts. Let's try to start with the first 20 minutes and check back in at 4 o'clock.
That sounds absolutely perfect.
So please don't stand around waiting for people to speak some more. Everybody get in the group, talk to each other.
Find the group you want to be a part of. Talk there for 20 minutes, and then we're going to meet back up.
Hey. Good. Feeling.
You. There's probably different ways to use technology. That's all.
Okay, so for the restatement of the groups. So right here in this corner, short-term goals. Right here, long-term goals. Back here, we got the vibe group. Over here, tech and communications, which may or may not break out into 2 groups. We'll see.
What are you gonna check out?
I gotta leave now.
We check back in on time in 20 minutes.
It's not ready, right? I know.
We were just here last week and it was not like this. It was crazy. Like I left and I kept hearing like bang, and stuff. Judkins too, there was a lot of people.
Yeah, less stress, let your mind be free. Shift when the fog lifts, you can finally see. There's a feedback loop that delay like an echo.
Yeah,
Let go. Loud and clear is how you need to hear. And reason disappear when you feed the fear. There's a feedback loop that warp like distortion. Keep your mind sharp like a swordsman. Yeah. Fear is the mind killer, the little death, the stress that steal the breath straight out your chest. Make your home feel like prison and transform a pile of wisdom to nihilism. It's the lens everything look dark through in the middle of the night when there's no light to argue. Everything feel kinda cold when your own mind hold you hostage in a blindfold. But you can shapeshift, break out the matrix, hack your feedback loop when it play tricks. The world's gonna look how you feel. Keep your soul in control and the power's real. It's a tightrope, you can't ignore danger. But the more you're scared of it, the more it changes you. Your heart sending messages, transmitting. Tune into the right bandwidth and listen. Less stress, let your mind be free. Shift when the fog lifts, you can finally see. There's a feedback loop that delay like an echo. Tune your frequency up and let go. Loud and clear is how you need to hear. And reason disappears when you feed the fear. There's a feedback loop that walk like a phaser. Keep your mind light like a laser. Yeah, when you freak out, you go mad, speak loud, freestyle life, forget plans like you see now. Meanwhile, what gets kicked to the curb, compassion get trashed when you're getting disturbed. It's a little absurd what turn ghost when you need it most. Love for all folks, gotta keep it close. We just spokes on a wheel, keep it turning. Even alone, keep the home fire burning. Each person, one light in a constellation. We share demons, so that's how we gotta face them. Break the family ties and we're paralyzed. Then we just parasites eating paradise. And each other like a zombie play. After the laughter, when the comedy fades, what do we say to the God of death? Not today. Master your fear, we don't gotta be slaves. Less stress, let your mind be free. Shift when the fog lifts, you can finally see. There's a feedback loop that delay like an echo. Tune your frequency up and let go. Loud and clear is how you need to hear. And reason disappear when you feed the fear. Yo, when we all unify like a chorus, then we stand strong like a forest.
Psalm 42:11 says, "Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God." Meditate on this passage, son. Just go into Psalms. Psalms will give you peace. Psalms will give you clarity. Psalms will give you the strength. And then just when you feel overwhelmed, because grief is that, just pray and just ask the Holy Spirit to come in and to just give you that supernatural peace that just don't make sense to anybody else.
Too young to know the respected terrain. One time for squeak, forgiving me game. The first stretch, for boy, I'm out of your range. I'm who they look to for answers, we're hardly the same. In Colorado, Beanie threw me the keys to the range. Marathon in my phone through the counter the pain. Hard to decipher when your trajectory's to touch a beat. Since trapping out the pizzeria, I ain't skip a beat. Holy oil in my beard, claiming victory. Israelite beam when they send for me. I'm not a product of fear. Sanctuary in the cotton field. Still Gazi make me a partner, then we got a deal. Bear no expense in the foundation when you tryna build. Seen Lil Bro in that casket, then that made it real. Bird's eye view from the pew. Just gon' cop another chain. I got my grieving process too. Certain they can't relate. Too busy trying to recoup. Said extra prayer offering for every dollar we blew. The side effects of politics. Chevron fumes, clout and consciousness. And that hush money's not an accomplishment. Off my rocker where my pops thought that taco went. Seen the devil rockin' fear God. Monopoly on the oil, how we get this far. Answer my cousin's prayers from the prison yard. Staring at the sun, trying to get our vision off. Got the equation for a stream in your digits off. Won't fuss about the interest, come correct. Tried to profit off alignment, couldn't quite connect. On second thought for my ancestors, I think I'll collect. While forecasting for the youth that I can't quite protect.
Through all of it, I've been up praying. I'm just my stomach won't stop hurting. But I just know that God is going to get the victory even in this situation. So I love you. I'm lifting you up. I'm lifting Davey up. I'm lifting up these families. Ariana called me at 1 o'clock this morning to pray because they're getting ready to go. And I just don't even want to imagine, so keep your head up. But it also is a reminder to check your people and your surroundings. And I know you know that. I know your mama is here. I love you. Your crew, whoever, if they need me, I'm here. I got couches. I got a room in there ready about to clean up. I got some black eyed peas on today and some greens. But anyway, I just love you, son. That's all. I'm grateful to you, and I'm praying and I'm lifting you up.
Constantly running circles with you on a daily. We used to sit up blowing circles, getting faded. Now we sit distance, feelings intertwined. Trying to make sense of where we are this time. I don't like it when we're up, down, when we're up, down. Sometimes I wonder how we got so high. Let's take it easy, not get lost this time. Don't take me up, down, won't you come around? I get hot when I feel low, call you my remedy. Caught in the traffic, mind crashing, wondering how we here. Stuck with loose feelings that we hold too tight. We had no issues till we both switched sides. Remember the times you said you would never change up. Stick through the storms and wait for the blessings to rain down. Might fuss and fight, but it's not the end for us. Let's wait and see. Only time can tell what's meant for us. We can't rush like it when we're up, down, when we're up. Sometimes I wonder how we got so high. Let's take it easy and not get lost this time. Don't take me up, down, won't you come around? As you pulled up, it would go down. This ain't that old love from my hometown. Again and again, we be catching the vibe. Meet me outside, and you know we gon' slide. We were up, down, flew till we hit the ceiling. Cut me right out, but I know you kept the feeling. If you're coming back round, then I know you still believe. You give me back now, then I know I'm never. I don't like it when we're up, down, when we're up, down. Sometimes I wonder how we got so high. Let's take it easy and not get lost this time. Don't take me up, down, won't you come around? Down, by the shoulder you can lay your come around. It ain't no difference, we just keep it simple. Frown. Like your smile, it impact my mental. You got me up like that, a roll up, pop at night, I'm lifted.
Neck deep in troubled water, I thought I knew how to pray. Fell to my knees and they ain't know what to say. They ain't even read the forward, now critiquing the page. Last of the 5 mics, we ain't hardly the same. Keep up, no one sent up to listen. Granny told me never play the victim. Faith, hard work, and intentions. The cheat code where you about to go the distance. Way to pivot, remember what you made of. Taka in your DNA and slave blood. 96 hole with the shape up. Talking to the one who signed the pay stub. So you understand why I never could clock in. Before the quarantine, I was already locked in. My own worst enemy, the hell with a top 10. As long as you can leverage the content.
Not impossible. Move through obstacles. Know it's hard for you. Come when you want, but it's on time. It's not impossible. Move through obstacles. I know it's hard for you. Come when you want, but it's on time.
Once upon a time, it was hard to dream past the city limits and the state lines. There is church in the wild, where you don't become food.
Walking a tightrope before Virgil head off white. On scholarship by day, trapping at night. Crumbling in the Avalon on a 5 test drive. Far enough from the city that we got clear sky. Think I can see the gates from here. Losing my connection, but you ain't interfere. That pain be real, prohibition on tears. Imagine feeling the channel, turn around, build a bridge, and so we're clear. Don't gotta live in fear, take it cool off. Don't let the foolish pride of man here hold you back. Don't wait too late, go and get your truth off. I know it's not adding up, but this too shall pass.
Not impossible.
Yeah.
Move through obstacles.
know it's hard for you. Come when you want, but it's on time. It's not impossible. Move through obstacles. I know it's hard for you. Come when you want, but it's on time.
These girls and they wanting to be me, thinking they know me, they see me on TV, got something to say, let me hear it.
I mean business, like the sharp side of a knife. I'm the ringleader. Mostly you don't see me, cause I stay out of the spotlight. It's easy, believe me, cause you're so distracted by what's in center stage being overacted. The ropes and elastic, the sawdust and sequins, they tell a story you all just believe in. You're so gullible, as long as it's colorful, bright and shiny. Yes, isn't it wonderful? Stay comfortable, relax, sit and watch it while I creep behind your backs and pick pockets. I don't stop at nickels and dimes when I want your time and the thoughts from your mind. Don't worry, it's fine. Stop looking backstage. Why you so curious? Act your age. Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up, and I'll let you in. Hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again. What a carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen. Step within the circus tent. Let's begin. Acrobats contort and twist the truth. Things in cages cavort just for you. Clowns fight each other and pretend they died. They're so good you forget they're on the same side. See that tightrope walker? Place your bets. She might fall and there's no safety net. Ah, your face is wet. Are those tears of joy? Watch animals dance when they hear the noise. We play them like a fiddle from the time they're little. Whip them into shape so they never solve the riddle. How can so few control so many and take their money down to the last penny? How can one man tame 10 lions and keep a whole crowd laughing and crying? Easy, distract them and they'll never know. But anyway, have fun, enjoy the show. Welcome to the carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up, I'll let you in. Hope you got a heart of gold. It'll test you, friend. Think you got it figured out? Guess again. What a carnival, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, play the games. We'll pretend you win. You're a hardy soul, a fine specimen. Step within the circus tent, it never ends. Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you want to know what you're missing in there? Don't you hear the laughter and the screams? How about you? You look like a nice family. Now bring the kids in, it's fine. There's no age limit to this show.
Yeah. Y'all love to do everything but the work. Never learn, stop counting pockets. Success is defined by what you do when no one's watching. Too consumed with ownership for any other topic. If addiction is genetic, you can say I got it honest and it's getting the best of me. The wall's closing in, but I'm too numb to let my pride go. Lord, take the wheel, here we drive slow. 2 miles an hour, get money in different time zones. Dodge the potholes, they pitching underhand, look like we cooked the numbers down. Make them tuck they summer in, might never punt again. 4th and long, Hail Mary, y'all know who I'm betting on. Better see the vision now, damn, why'd it take so long? Couldn't be led astray, savages that meditate. Love me, look me in my face, stunting they can't simulate. Gelato through the sunroof while we switching lanes. Bugs gone, now the streets will never be the same. No.
The only thing is going up into the heavens. It's like they're puppeteering you, but they're also protecting you and they're guiding you. You can feel it too, but it's like, nah, you protect it.
The good die young. Don't wanna be misdiagnosed, I cush my lungs. Who knew the last time be the last time singing knows I love. From hoop dreams to a triple beam, goals got hung, no, and not out to dry. Rebel music, we won't never comply. My brother got shit to heaven, he just wanted to fly. Enough tears of water, these flowers, I didn't know I could cry. Swimming upstream in this bottle, no lie. And it cost me a lot, up to my neck I'm in debt. But I'ma shine in your honor, that's how I pay my respect. That's it, that's it, that's it. I said, cut it off. Cut it off.
I also want to include announcements, a general announcement after we do report back. So in terms of reporting back from your group, please remember that the intention for the report back is to talk about specifically what your whole group talked about and represent as many positions and ideas as possible. It's not a time to talk about like where you are personally coming from. We're representing a larger group. So please keep that in mind when we're doing the short maps. Let's start off with the short-term group. Who's the person from the short-term goals group? Right there, cool.
All right, good afternoon.
You can talk really loud.
Good afternoon. In rough order that they came up in, there were talks of establishing a library, hot food in the morning, as well as continued trash cleanup, both for trash around the area and for current residents who are not currently getting their trash picked up. There were also some concerns about the aesthetics of the barricade. They are quite warlike and they're currently outward facing, so the media is not a fan. There was a suggestion to have more beds and tents here to facilitate long-term stay. And there were also concerns about health and safety. Our medics are increasingly treating people for injuries related to inebriation. We have a lot of people who are coming in and like partying. Our single most important thing, however, is the hours from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. are currently disorganized and unsafe. There needs to be an established night watch. There are differing opinions about the nature of this. There are some who would like it to be armed, some who would like it to be unarmed, some who would like a mixture. All agree that there needs to be security, especially for women and queer people. There are also concerns from residents about respecting the space. One resident reports a lot of urination on their door. Lastly, some people wanted to establish a secure digital channel for whatever night watch is eventually organized, and they had some suggestions for how to do that. That concludes my report. I can answer questions, but questions? Brief questions? Seeing none, thank you.
Okay, let's tell everybody, were there any questions for the short-term group? Is there a way for people to plug in right now with Night Watch? Who has the answer to that question? Oh, hold on a second. Who? I just heard I do. The question is, who has information about Night Watch?
By information, I wonder if you're asking like how people get in contact with Night Watch or where you should go. So, the future crystals. Oh wait, what?
There's a group right over here, you guys, that says Night Watch. You guys have a sign up station that might have for like a week. There's a sign up sheet right over there for Night Watch. But I think the point they were trying to make is that we also need to find a way to stay visualized in a lot of ways and find a way to connect that way. So how about if we we talk?
Also, the group Future Crystals that has a tent right down there, like in the grassy area, they have information on what it's been like in the past few nights and might be able to guide people. So they definitely are able to guide people in sharing the knowledge that they already have with people that are.
So I think it'll be a little bit easier for us all if we start off with our technology and communication group next. Can we get our representative from the technology and communication group next? Of ideas you guys have so we can all stay connected. That's it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
So first off, on the terms of the night watch, I want to say there is a signal that going around. If you find me, I'll include you on it. If you're interested, people like you said at the book, so we'll know about that. But anyway, as far as the hacking communication, we've talked about different ways to keep in communication until the website is able to go up. Like I said before, we do have an open meeting at Cal Anderson at 5, and if anyone wants to be involved in that. We talked a bit about different Twitter accounts and whatnot, and the best socials to move forward with, and if we want to go with an encrypted server versus something more basic, that's something too that we want to discuss more. Someone else in my group had another little announcement.
So as a part of tech and communications, we're thinking of breaking it up. Obviously, we need to communicate, but if there isn't Wi-Fi or those kinds of connectivity or capabilities, it's going to be harder. So instead of us trying to enable some of these other programs with technology, we're going to start with the basics to make sure people are connected. And what I really need help with, I can build the website, but I'd rather focus on this really hard problem. And anybody who's interested in networking or anything of that profession, please, let's go talk over here. It's going to be something we'll do tactical. I have some ideas, but I don't think we've come up with any strategy. So we'll off to the side talk.
That's a great suggestion, you guys. If you would like to be a part of the technology leadership team, this gentleman is the first. These two are the first ones. Wait, technology and communication, is that how we're doing it? Technology and communication? All right. If you would like to be a member of the technology leadership team, please come and talk to this woman. Carolyn. She's going to be the leader of the committee of technology there. If you would like to be a part of the leadership team on communication, please come over and speak to this gentleman here and get his information. And you guys can plan meetings on how you guys are going to get the word out to each other and keep us continually updated and informed. Now that we have the information of how we're all going to stay united, let's get on to our next topic, which I believe we already did short term, right? So we're going to go on to long term next. Can we get a representative from somebody talking about long term? Were you a part of the discussion? Were you a part of the discussion? Were you a part of the circle discussion? Okay, well, we're going to have this man do it first. And then, hold on a second, okay, sir? We're not doing open mic today. We're not doing open mic today. We're not doing open mic today.
This is what we can't talk. I don't even need that. I don't even need that to talk. This is what I want to say. My name is Cedric Romel Dyson, the second. And this building, that belongs to the police. We ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that. What we need to be focused on is the systemic racism that's going on in these companies that people cannot work and feed their families. Where the black man right down here at Sound Transit can't go to work, but Sound Transit is taking all of our money, everybody's money, for your car tab, when you go in the grocery store, everything you buy, you're paying taxes on. Everything. They're taking your money. So remember that. They're taking your money. I don't care what nobody says. Your money's getting taken. Your money getting taken. Your money getting taken. Yours, everybody. So if we're gonna work together and live together, it's got to be fair across the board. You can't go to work and all of us see is this guy right here, and then it's just him and all his buddies, and then the black man don't get a chance to work. And then when you do come to work, they calling you a nigga. They writing you up. You got to go to the discipline, and then when everybody that you see, from the time you get the job, you go to training, and I'm gonna show you guys something even better. This is Sound Transit right here. This is high level security right here, so everybody can see. I ain't just talking shit. I work for it. This is work. This is a 9-week course of work that I've been fired. I haven't worked since last year because I got called a nigga, spit on, and I got fired because I went to the guy, a white man, and said, hey man, these guys call me a nigga. I don't want to fight. I'm telling you who they are, but they were supervisors. So they took all of their word and say, no, you get your black ass out of here. We're going to keep these white boys. And they down there right now working. Mr. Nathan Barton, Mr. Michael Billadou. You guys can look these guys up on the internet where they get in fights with black dudes and they still get to go to work the next day. They kick you in your ass and go to work the next day. But your black ass gotta go home. You can't work. You can't feed your son. You can't feed your daughter. You can't go grocery shopping. You can't go swipe your card on Christmas. You can't go order shit from Amazon. You can't get your little boy a skateboard that he see the little white boys rolling down the streets playing with. You don't get to do none of that shit. None of that. But then they say, oh, don't sell no drugs. Don't rob no stores. Don't smoke no weed. But then you go down there and get off of I-5 and go up in motherfucking Emerald Queen. They selling weed in the parking lot. In the parking lot. In the parking lot. But then you go to fill out an application to get a job inside the casino and they drug test you. You still can't get the job. So it's all systemic racism, all of it. So if you fight with the police, you're giving in to what they want you to do. That's just giving in to them. That's an excuse. Where's the mayor? Where's Constantine? These are the guys that got their hand on the money. I used to guard their door while they have private meetings on where the money was gonna go. If she came down here and seen me right now, she would say, how you doing, Mr. Dyson? And I would say, I'm doing bad. I'm really fucked up right now. I haven't worked since fucking last year. Last year.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter. So when they killed George Floyd, it was like dropping the bomb on Hiroshima. The whole world woke up. People just woke up because everybody saw what I saw. We saw a person lose their life. So what is it gonna take? So Trump gonna send the army down here to kill all of y'all? He gonna kill all of us? No, they'll probably just kill my black ass and the rest of y'all might get away if you lucky. Yeah, that's about how it's gonna go. So what I'm saying to y'all, we can continue. Hold on a second, man. Hold on a second, man. Hold on. I don't even know your name. Hold on. I'm talking right now. I just told him what my name is. I'm gonna say it loud again. Black lives matter. My name is Cedric Romel Dyson. Okay, so when I get done, I'm gonna give it to you. Right. So what I'm saying is, not only. Hold on 1 second. I know black women that I trained with, worked with, just like this sister right here. They went to work every single day and got harassed where they touched on her and did this to her, where she just had to walk off her job. 25 years old. That's not right. That's not right.
No.
That's not right.
No.
And then they cover this shit up. They cover it up. They cover it. It's all a cover up. So what we gotta do, and to keep this going, is we got to protest in front of Sound Transit. We got to protest in front of Expedia. We got to protest in front of Microsoft. We got to protest in front of Windermere. We got to protest in front of Target. We got to protest in front of Macy's. We got to protest in front of Kmart. All these people that's sucking money out of the community, we got to get them to put back into the community the right way. Not by fighting with them. No, not by. Let the police have that building. We want to see the mayor. We want to sit down at the table and talk to all of them for real so they can show us where the money is. Where is the money? Because they're stealing that money. They're stealing that money. Anytime they can pay a mayor to leave his post after he raped a bunch of kids and then put another mayor in there that won't even come talk to y'all, where y'all think the money is? They got the money. They got it. They got it. So I'm going to leave y'all today. I hope I get a chance to talk to y'all again before they murder my black ass, but I'm going to keep on talking. Power to the people.
All right, you guys, we got to stay focused. We got to stay focused. Now, once again, I know we all came here to hear Black voices. We all came here to share experiences, but we have been doing that for the past week, and we need to figure out solutions to the problems that we are facing right in front of us. So we are going to get back on track. But first, we need to remain united. So what are we here for? Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black lives matter.
We are all here because we saw a man being on the ground restrained, choked with a knee in his neck. Say his name.
George Floyd.
We are all here because we saw a woman being shot in her own home while she was asleep. Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
We are here because we saw a man from our own city being shot while holding his own child. Say his name. We are here because we saw a man from our own city being assaulted by cops. His name is Manuel Ellis. I'll tell you that because There's a lot of people that have happened to. There's a lot of people that have been assaulted and killed by cops, and that is why we are all here, so that does not happen again. So, back onto our solutions. Where were we at? Long-term goals. Thank you. Long-term goals. Can we please get the gentleman that was up here representing long-term goals? Thank you.
Hello. How's it going, y'all? Say what? Hold it close. Okay. All right. So this is the long-term goals. There's a lot of them. The one underlying point is that we want to agree that this building does not belong to the police. We want to establish a legal precedent for that. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Hold it close. Okay. But yes, so to that end, we want to establish that as underlying point. Sorry. Do it. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, getting an attorney, looking for the legal basis for how we can do that is one of the big things. Like we want to make this long term. We want to make this solidified. We want to make this concrete that we, as a community, as everyone in Seattle, or just the world now owns this. So to that point, let's see. So we had a lot of very disorganized notes here. Let me go through this. One of the other points was youth education, in particular about the gaps where American education systems do not show what racism really is, or how you as a person of color, or even that you as a white person, might experience, might encounter this, and how to combat it, how from the get-go, how to let children know. Saying louder? Okay, I'm a quiet talker, sorry. How to bake it in from birth for children, how to be anti-racist, and how to, if you're a person of color, how to deal with that, and also to explain that. So yeah, so starting from the get-go there. So that's a really important one. Also establishing a memorial inside of here, a safe space, a sort of monument to the horrors of systemic racism as they have been, in the past few weeks, in addition to, throughout American history. I think, and having community artists work on that too, so we have that permanent too. There's a lot of idea of permanence here. That's one of the big things we want to establish. Community assistance is another one. So I think this has been a major talking point for Black Lives Matter overall, is that take the funds that we get from the cops, or that we give to the cops, and put it into especially mental health. Mental health consultation is one of the biggest things. Oftentimes when you call the cops, you don't want the cops. You want somebody to help with mental health disorders. They killed Charlene Lyles for this exact reason, like she had mental health problems. They knew that. They killed her. So that's the big one. Development reparations is one we brought up. It's hard to do this. We're trying to figure out exactly what that looks like. Duwamish reparations, this is Duwamish land that we live on. I think we all acknowledge that. Getting Duwamish leaders, Duwamish tribal leaders involved in this process, what that looks like, we're not entirely clear yet. So one, getting a lawyer, two, getting in touch with Duwamish tribal leaders to see what they think, how can we do this, use the land and also still honor them, let's see. And another point that was made is that this is the focal point for the region now. The whole world's watching. This is new. This is brand spanking new. We want to provide a good example. So kind of acting as a beacon to the region long term to make this a place where people from all over the state, all over the country, all over the world can come to discuss how to dismantle inequity. That's a big thing, is to make it like everyone's welcome here. Come from all over. This is our new our UN of racial inequality, of dismantling racial inequality. All right, let me sum up here. I know we got a lot going here. Yeah, honestly, that's the key ones there. And the communication goals is the last one. We want to put these down. We want to make sure the world knows what we stand for and what this stands for long term. Thank you.
Before you go, sir, let me say thank you for stepping up as a community. Thank you for stepping up and speaking all that for us. You guys, we need to make sure that we all stay connected as leaders. Hold on, don't go anywhere, I called you up for a reason. So I would nominate that this gentleman please be the lead of our long-term goal strategy, or one of the members of that council. And I would encourage anybody who would also like to take part to come and talk to this man. And also,
for how long? For how long? Like long-term strategy for like always, like the representative for
our long-term strategy for this building. No. What we are going to do with this building.
Wait,
for now.
For now, for today?
We're not. This is not just He's not representative. He's not representative of the community, and he's not choosing the thing. What I'm saying is we need to form a council. Can we make him the leader of forming the council while we have him here with our technology and communication team that we just set up, so that we can all stay connected. And those of us who would also like to join the council will be welcome to join the council as well. But we need to find a way to stay connected. Is everybody with me there? Is everybody on board? Okay, I want to make sure I'm representing the community. You guys understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm sure. So what I'm saying is, if you guys would like to join, please come up. We need you to stay connected with him and the community and the communication team. Yeah. Is everybody on board with me? I feel like some people are lost.
What's your name again? Who? Matt? I'm with Capital Pride, and we're the ones that are putting out the petition to make this a community center.
Also, we need a petition. I was saying that earlier today. Thank you. I'm going to announce this. We have a petition. Yeah, come on up. We have a petition that we are going to be passing around, guys.
Really want to commend. I want to introduce myself to everybody. My name is Charlotte Lefevre. I'm the director of Capital Pride. Yeah. In 9, I was elected as your Capitol Hill Community Council Vice President, head of the arts and events. I helped start the Capitol Hill Pride Festival on Broadway, which actually became the largest street festival when the parade moved off the hill. My museum was on the north end of Broadway, with business owners and the community. Several days ago, we started an idea and a petition also to see this East Precinct turn into a community center. Absolutely. I don't, with all due respect, see this East Precinct returning to the police department. There's very much need. This June 27th, Capital Pride will be having its 6th annual Pride March up this street on Pine Street. We recognize diversity and have worked with the community extensively, including the Central District leaders. And I'm proud to sit there and say, Terry Rogers Kemp, who is co-director of the NAACP Police Oversight Committee, is on board and very much supporting the idea of this being turned into a community center. It is, should be. It is it's taxpayers. So there is a change.org also petition, and I'm glad to hear there's other efforts. But we do want it eventually to become a place that anybody, especially Black youth, can come and breathe. Okay, and I just want to mention 2 historical areas and points and incidences that happen in this area. Up here on 13th Street, there was a biracial baby that lived here for 1 year. That was baby Barack Obama. Okay. His mother went to University of Washington. She eventually got overwhelmed as a young mother and moved back to Hawaii. A lot of people don't know that. And also, for those who may not remember, back in 2015, a gentleman by the name of William Wingate, just on this corner here of Pike and 12, was arrested for carrying a golf club. The East Precinct did not give him water for 8 hours. He asked for water, he'd been walking all day. This East Precinct did not give him water. Water for 8 hours. I have had more than my fair share of issues with this East Precinct. For 11 years as a community director of the Capital Pride Festival,
with the Capitol Pride March. His precinct has failed. And so I do want to recommend and commend any and all efforts to make this a community center, period. Period.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you for starting that petition. Everyone who has done that of her own free will stepped up as a leader of the community and said, "I will start this petition." Nobody asked her to do that. She did that on her own, and she deserves a round of applause. We give it to her again. Now, one thing I do want to point out, you guys, is that I think we should really make this building more than just a community center. We should make this community a social services center. We need to look at people who need help and help them. We need to look at people in need and be there for them. We need to make it a monument of social justice and reform. A monument of the power of what we can do and accomplish together as a people. So please, let's remember why we are here. We came here to discuss things as a group and find solutions. We have been here all week, you guys. We have been here all week. We do not have time to listen to everyone's story. I'm sorry. There are countless Black lives that have been taken. Countless. We do not have time for those of you who have just gotten on board and are just learning. I understand you want to share your stories, but now we are trying to find solutions. Everybody here is here because we acknowledge what? We acknowledge what? Thank you. We know this, you guys. We know. But we are here to find solutions on what we can do to save Black lives, to save trans lives, to save gay lives, to protect women's rights, to teach people that science is real. We all know we're here for a lot. We all know we're here for a lot. But there was a spark that lit the match. What was that spark? Who was the spark? Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Who was that spark?
George Floyd.
And whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
We all know that. Everybody here knows that. We have come here as a community to inspire change for the world. Let's get focused again. Next, we're going to be talking about vibes, you guys. I'm going to pass the mic on.
People want to know where to sign the petition if you have time.
But I wanted to say that I personally think there should be a separate microphone and time for people just to tell their stories. There needs to be amplified space where people like the man, I did not catch his name, but he is the reason that I'm out here. Voices like yours, voices like his, there will be space for that, but this is strategy. But we need everyone's stories to be told, just not here right now, unless it's an emergency and you have to tell your story.
If we could get some bullhorns donated and maybe set up a stage at the bottom of the hill, I think that would be a great opportunity there if somebody would like to step up and take leadership over that. No, we're really not doing so.
The entertainment industry, your stage hands, your stage managers, is organizing to provide things like that. So we're going to be putting out information on how to get in touch with that group. Not just Red Stage, the Stage Hands Union, a bunch of these other companies, venues that you guys have been to, like folks that work at the Rendezvous or the Showbox. Not necessarily those venues, but the folks that work there are going to turn out for you. So we don't want you to have to worry about a bullhorn here or a bullhorn there. Yeah, if you want them, but know that support is going to be there and that information is going out.
Yeah.
Hey. You guys is looking real good out here. Make some round of applause for yourselves. Make a round of applause for yourselves, man. This is what revenue is all about, and let's make this something good. Listen, I just want to brief statement real quick. I'm gonna hit it like that. I just make sure once you guys know it's very important that each and every one of you guys go out and vote. I want to make sure that you guys know the importance of voting. It's very crucial, especially when we're talking about a change in community. We got to make sure that the people that is out there in those offices that's trying to run for us, we give them the vote if they have our, especially if they have our full support.
And don't just listen to the friend who says this is the person you think you should vote for. You make sure you go get that information for yourself. Make sure that person that's running is running on behalf of your morals, your values, and you keep it in. Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
All right, everybody, we are going to maintain focus. Did we get through our vibe completely? No, we didn't even start, right? So that's why I'm trying to maintain focus. Can we stay focused? All right, we're gonna stay focused one more time. Focus. All right, let's get focused. Can we get a representative from our vibe group up here?
Hello, I'm Benny. I use they, them pronouns. You can talk to me about any of the things that I'm going to say after. So our group was the Vibes group, which from the get-go is a very large topic. We had a very hard time having any real discussions about any one topic. So overall thing from that was that when that happens, we need to be able to break out into smaller groups. And we need a strategy for how to do that. One way that I've suggested to do that is to have everyone in your group go around. If they feel comfortable saying their name, they may, their pronouns, whatever other information is relevant, and 3 things that they want to talk about in that one, or one thing that they want to talk about in that topic, the vibes topic, in 3 words. And then after that, we can kind of see a shared idea and how to break out into smaller groups from there. Because we weren't really able to talk about what vibes even meant, and larger ways to talk about our vibes and how to connect that to other groups as well, because our vibe comes across in long-term goals, in short-term goals, and in our night watch and in our communications. So it's a very large topic, and we need to be able to break out into smaller groups and maintain communication after that. So I was my suggestion is to include that way of breaking out at the beginning of conversations when you see the size of the group that you have. Some topics that did come up within vibes was holding space, having a conversation about holding space for different voices, people who may not be comfortable speaking in large groups, as well as facilitation and how to help facilitators and help people who maybe don't have as much experience with facilitating and creating more facilitation, and creating some shared guidelines around how to facilitate. There was also a barrier group talking specifically about the vibes that people get when they enter this area, what the barriers are like, and how we can make sure that they are continually staffed. And then an extension of workouts or breakouts outside of these meetings, how to maintain those breakout groups beyond a 15-minute discussion. And that's pretty much it. Also, the residents affinity group, I believe they came around. They may have come to us specifically, but that was another concern within the vibes, is the vibes for this community, for the people who live on Cap Hill. And that is everything, I think.
No, wait, no, before you go. I just like to touch on one point, you guys. We need to make sure that the people who live in these buildings feel safe coming out of their homes. We need to make sure that people who live in these buildings have access to get to and from work if they need to go to work. So please, when you see something and you see somebody that needs help, please speak up. Please speak up. I'm sure they are frustrated dealing with some of the stuff they've had to deal with, whether they're on our bike or not. Some of the stuff they've had to deal with just trying to get out of their driveway, I'm sure it's frustrating enough, whether they are part of this fight or not. So let's try to be courteous and respectful when we see them in the community and try to, be helpful in getting things out of their way a little bit quicker. Even if we aren't part of the gate crew at that moment or at all, step up and be a member and a leader in the community. Now, back to the focus once again. Everybody say focus with me.
Focus.
All right, here we go. Chris, can you tell me your name one more time?
Benny.
Benny?
Benny.
Benny.
Benny in the Jets.
As in Benny and the Jets.
I don't know that reference, but I got what you said. Benny. All right, Benny. So, is it okay, Benny, if I nominate you to be on the council of leaders who will be organizing the people who will stay informed on the vibe and ideas? Would you like to be a part of that?
I can't because I I live in Gig Harbor.
No, that's perfectly fine. You have Gig Harbor. My God, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Do we have anybody else who would like to be on the council of leaders and stay in communication about maintaining the vibe? I see this woman here with her hand up. Anybody else, if you guys would like to be a part of it, please meet this woman over here next to our communication team and this woman as well. Can you guys please meet with the leader of our communication team and get your info in that list? That being said, is that the last of our report? There, it is. Oh, you have a question? Yeah. Oh, if you want to say something about communication, perfect time.
Hello, everybody. You guys probably heard Carolyn talk about this before. My name is Sonia. I was here yesterday talking about potentially, creating a more, universal web space for communication and sharing of ideas and collaboration. I just wanted to update everybody on where we are today. And I kind of want to try to do this daily if possible. Today we have a Discord server, which is a great place. For those of you that are not familiar with Discord, it's an open chat board that is great for large groups to kind of collaborate on things. And if you are curious about how to join that Discord server, we also have a subreddit, which has not yet really kicked off, but it will hopefully soon. That subreddit is reddit.com/r/freecaphill. And there is a link pinned there to where you guys can join the Discord. I'm a single person for sure, and I don't know if this is going to be what is universally used, but I'm just trying to see what might work. Today also, right after at 5, you probably already heard this, but we are going to, the people who are running the Discord are going to have a group and talk about things, probably around Cal Anderson Field. Generally trying to set up a website, trying to set up a forum, trying to set up a chat server. Those are our kind of major goals, and also a calendar to see what events are happening in this space. In order to do that, we need kind of a lot of participation. So anybody who is interested in one of those 4 things, and that's website, forum, chat space, or calendar, please follow me at 5, and please come talk to us and join our discussion. Thank you.
We want to try to create a unified social media space so that they can stop dividing us, and that's how they're trying to put us up. United we stand, divided we fall. That's why they keep calling us all these names and labels throughout time, because they want to divide us. They fear us. They fear us coming together and standing united because they know nothing can stop us. That's why the whole world is watching us right now. Now, one more thing I did want to note out, you guys, is that we have a long list of things here that we have came up with, a lot of topics that we have discussed, but action doesn't happen on its own. This is a project that we need to keep putting input in on. And if you want to be a part of it, you need to keep showing up, stay active, and just be here. The ones that are here every day, you start to get recognized, trust me. The other thing I would like to know, you guys, is that there's been a lot of division even amongst us on what we're calling ourselves. Can you guys raise your hand if you called yourself the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, or if you voted on it, or anything like that? Did you get a ballot in the mail, an online survey? Did you check off a box as you walked through like the gas station or something? I don't know. Anybody find like a raffle ticket that said that on there? Nobody. So as a group, we should try to come up with something to name this Occupy protest. Because they call us an autonomous zone, and some people would instill fear. It does. Some people are scared of Donald Trump. There was a man earlier that said Trump's gonna come here and lay us all down and all this and that. He sounded scared. Are you guys scared of Donald Trump? That was kind of quiet. You guys scared? Are you guys scared of Donald Trump?
Hell no!
That's what I wanted to hear out of Seattle. That's what I like in my city. I love my city. We don't give a fuck about Donald Trump out here. I know that's right. Say it louder. Say it louder. All right, that's too loud. Don't forget we got children down there. But, not to stay focused, you guys, for real. We are not scared of Donald Trump. We are not scared of his police. That's how they control us. We're not scared of them no more. They got them out there building. We didn't leave these streets. They left these streets. Whose streets?
Our street!
Whose streets?
Our street!
So yeah, don't be scared, you guys. This is Seattle. We're gonna be the ones lighting the world. We're gonna be the ones to figure this out. Don't let them scare you into dividing because that's what they want. Okay? Oh my God, we just got 3 pieces of them. We're staying focused though. Hold on, we're not done yet. Stay focused. All right, you guys. So we're gonna have a little bit more discussion. I'm gonna let her take over on. I think we're gonna talk about more ideas on how to further this movement. Is that what we're going towards? We're gonna do announcements. There we go. I was off, but yep, here we go.
Okay, so I want to look at I want to give everybody a chance to give announcements there's a lot of people who are working on a lot of projects in the space, like in this entire area. I want to give a chance for announcements, but the thing is, if you look around, there's a ton of people here. So if you're gonna give an announcement, please keep it brief, and it's not a position paper. It's not a fight to give a talk about how you feel about stuff right now. This is a moment for anybody who has an announcement like, hey, we're building a garden at this space at this time, meet us here. This is going to be a space for y'all to do that. We're going to keep it moving really fast. I'm sure everybody here is working on a accomplishment. Raise your hand if you have an announcement, and I'm going to come to you. I'm going to start over here and then work my way that way. If you're in the back, I am like 4.5 feet tall.
Hello, my name is Justin McPay. We worked the NAACP last Saturday for a peaceful sit-in over at the baseball diamond. We're going to be doing that again this Sunday, 12 to 6. So please, if you are here on Sunday, come show up and show support.
Down on the south barricade.
Louder.
On the south barricade on 12th over here, we're putting up some plywood against some of the barricades, and we're looking for Black artists to come and put their message on it. But we might need some help getting some paint, so if anyone has some paint, please use it over there. And Black artists, please come. Some of it should be ready in about 25 minutes, but there will be more later. We're not sure if it's going to be more is going to be ready tonight or tomorrow.
More announcements?
So there's a ton of non-violent street tactics you can do. There's a lot of
No.
How's that? So there's a ton of non-violent street tactics you can do. There's a zillion things you can try. There's a zillion things that have been done in different places. And I know some of it, and I know other people do too. And I'm trying to sort of collect all of that stuff and find a set of tactics that the maximum number of people is going to be okay with, and then start training it on a regular basis. So we all have a sort of same vocabulary of what we're going to do in this role. So I look like this. Come talk to me if you want to help with that.
Does anybody have any updates from any of the people who are working on any of the food stuff down there or medics? Does anybody hear from that who are working with folks who can do? So for tomorrow, hopefully we'll do announcements again. If everybody's here wants to shout out to anybody that they know who's working on structural stuff inside the space, which is like food, medics, all that kind of stuff. It'd be great if you were here to give us announcements on where they're at, just so that we can spread that idea. Any more announcements over here? Any? Is that everybody? Oh, sorry.
I've asked the way to the women not to say this. I'll try to keep it brief. I'm a history teacher, so it's hard not to do this.
Hey, history, hey.
If the cops came right now, I don't think we're ready. And I think that needs to be something that's constantly in the back of everyone's minds because we are surrounded by enemies. I hate to put a damper on the positivity. I know we're trying to cover a right media narrative, but just some food for thought.
That gentleman is completely right. So let's talk about it, guys. If the police came right now, what would we do? Would we actually put up a forceful resistance against people that are armed with military guns? We've already done it. We've already done it in a way. We've already done it. We've taken it still. But are we going to risk our lives over property? That's the choice that each and every one of us needs to make on their own free will and volition. Let's be honest, you guys. This country was founded on a protest and it was not peaceful. Does anybody know what it's called? The Boston Tea Party. That is correct. This country was founded on a protest and it was not peaceful. It's called the Boston Tea Party. The Civil War was started on a massacre. Does anybody know where that massacre was? Harper's Ferry. Is that what you said? Yeah. I was actually thinking of the Boston Massacre, which also happened to happen in Boston, the same place as the Tea Party. So once again, you guys, there is a chance that the cops, like that gentleman that came on the mic earlier, said Trump could come here and lay everybody down. He could come here and send the military here to commit more war crimes against us and have us terrified and in fear. He could. He could have us right now in fear. I'm not scared. I've been out here for 10 days. I'm not scared. I was out here when the military and the police were here, and I was screaming at them with a bullhorn that they should be tried for war crimes. And I'm not scared. Because that's the truth. You guys committed war crimes against your own citizens, and I'm not scared to tell you. You guys have been genociding black lives, and I'm not scared to tell you. So if you're scared, maybe this ain't the place for you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Half the world is scared looking at us, according to the media. We're out here burning our city down. This is complete anarchy. I'm running around with a tiki torch right now. I don't know what's going on. I see a bunch of children in here and they don't look scared. I see a whole lot of children walking through here. I see people sleeping here at night. And they said, yeah, it was a little bit unusual that I was sleeping here, but they ain't scared to come back the next day. They're still here saying, I'm going to do it again. And we're going to make it safer. And we're going to make it better. And we're going to be better as a community. And like I said, you guys, this is a project. This is evolving every day. We have not figured out all the answers yet. But we have decided that as a community, we will come together and discuss it. Am I right or am I right? What are we going to do? Today, we have just had a discussion. What we are going to do is consolidate our ideas with the other members of the movement that are not here. Half of our forces, if not more, are marching in these streets right now, and they will have a voice too, because they are members of this community too. And we do not make decisions as a group while leaving other members of the group alienated and without a voice. It wasn't an answer, but I will reiterate it. I do not have an answer for you because I do not come up with the answers. We come up, I just said I do not know because I do not come up with the answers. I speak for the community, and half of our community is not here. So we don't want to make the same mistakes that history has made before. When people are not properly represented, they don't go along with the program. I would reference, I don't know, the Boston Tea Party. Follow with me. I'm sure the history teacher did. You want to say something, son?
I apologize for those of you for whom this is like very common knowledge, but I have to start from the baseline. We're all familiar with the Selma to Montgomery March. Now, that march did not start as a nonviolent march to raise awareness. Dr. King almost never did nonviolent marches to raise awareness. He did everything with a direct tactical goal, and that goal was often to cause chaos and disruption to turn the heat up on the people in power. Now, there were multiple marches between Selma and Montgomery. It actually was a tradition that sort of started. Black people were often intimidated by white racists when they went to go register to vote, so they'd go in big groups. They can't stop us all. Now, most of these senators and congressmen, it was the 1960s, who wound up voting on the Voting Rights Act. Now, they cited Dr. King among their inspirations. But more so than that, they cited I believe it was the third Selma to Montgomery March, a civil rights leader whose name escapes me, but who was an admirer of the Black Armed Guard. It's a great story that you should absolutely look up if you're not familiar with it. He said that he wasn't about, and you'll pardon my language, he wasn't about actually, I'm not going to cuss. Getting beaten up by the cops and for like the symbolism of it. So they showed up to that bridge with bricks and sticks, ready to get across that bridge. And they got across that bridge. So I want you to consider the leverage that you have here. And okay, I've been talking too long, so I'm just gonna give it back.
All right, everybody, give a round of applause, please. Can we say focus? Can we say focus?
Focus.
We came here to find solutions, right? Yeah. If we are here to find solutions, let's stay focused on finding solutions. Now, staying on that focus, is your question about staying focused on solutions? It's about solutions, go ahead, sir. Yep.
So I don't know how many of you are familiar with what's going on with Starbucks right now, but they made an official statement. They made an official statement a few days ago saying that they would not allow any employees to wear Black Lives Matter to support the Black Lives Matter movement. Within the past day or so, they recanted that because the employees have come and they've said that is not acceptable. That is in violation of our freedom of expression. So when we're talking about power here, there is a ton of power right here. What if we start a boycott on the company that started right here in this city? We have a corporate office a couple miles from here. What are those people doing? They should be right here with us, standing in solidarity and striking on Starbucks for their message that gets them political gain and profit. Because right now, they're working with leaders in the Black community, which is great, but they're using it to make t-shirts. They're using it to market their product. And that to me is unacceptable. All of these people are standing for something. What are they standing for? That's it.
Thank you for that, sir. That's an excellent idea. Is anybody here down to boycott Starbucks? I know it'll be hard because there's literally one on like every other corner, but is anybody here down to boycott Starbucks? If you are down to boycott Starbucks, please do not let it here. I need you to go home or do it now. Get on your social media, get on your friends list, get in your inbox, and tell your friends and your family members to boycott Starbucks. Because whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? And we shouldn't need to remind you. We were about to wrap it up. This young woman here is going to wrap it up for us, you guys. I want to give you all a round of applause for yourselves. Please make some noise for stepping up and being leaders of the community. I want to tell you one more question real fast.
Hi, everybody. There was a really good question from one of the gentlemen sitting right there. He asked, so what do we do now? You know, I think it's a really good point that we should ask this question ourselves. Like each of us and everybody, if we ask ourselves, what do we do now? You know, come up with some ideas and some solutions, then we can have a discussion. You know, I think that.
Were you part of the groups that we just had, that we just broke into? We literally just had that discussion about what to do next. That's why we're discussing. So stay focused. Stay focused. We just had discussion on what we are going to do to move forward, but I can hear what this man said as well. If you don't want to be a part of one of those groups as well, that's fine, you guys. Think about what you can do on your own. Whose inbox you can hit up that you haven't yet. What's one of those racist coworkers you really want to get rid of and you haven't taken pictures yet? You know you got one or two on there. Go on ahead, get a little deep in their Facebook. Find one of them pictures they don't want the world to see, and share that. But do it your own way. We're not telling you guys how to live your lives, but we are telling you that we need you to speak up and stand for what's right. One more thing before I hand the mic off, you guys. To everybody who wanted to be a part of the leadership committees and you guys connected with each other, I need to get your numbers as well. So if you guys can step back here to the tent and talk to me, I would love that as well, please. Thank you. And I'm going to hand the mic off.
So these assemblies are happening at 3 o'clock every day. There's been calls for every day. Tomorrow, I think it's possible that tomorrow might not have amplified sound, but that has going to be what people can. the assemblies, and if you want to look up the history and historical relevance of assemblies in terms of social movements, it's a good idea. They're bodies of people that create space and who's here as a part of this country. But they're not the only space in which decisions are made. They're not the only space in which things happen. There's a great opportunity to bring the work that you all are already doing to the discussion of our body. So don't stop having conversations and don't leave the conversation solely for these breakouts. Come tomorrow or any of the days that proceed with things that you're already doing, already working on to bring to the larger group. It's going to be the most helpful. So all of those things are answered by the fact that we're having this conversation. So the idea is that we're going to be answering all of those questions as we all move forward together because the makeup of the space is who's here in those discussions. So I'm not going to have it. That's probably a really, really, really long answer, and I would say talk to anybody else who's been here for a part of the assembly longer than I have to get that answer. Because probably the assemblies have brought everybody here together to have conversations. It's such a beginning. But yes, 3 o'clock every day. They'll generally go until about 5. So kind of block off that amount of time.
To answer your question, what we've been doing, yeah.
So obviously, everyone here can't get this information, so we want to know what's going on. Is that correct? Is that fair statement? Okay, so in any organization, first of all, you need your name. You need to come up with that. You need to come up with your mission statement. What is your strategy? What are your action items? And what are your asks? And who are you dealing with? Am I correct? Okay, so it's great that we're all out here and we're having time. We've got all this going, but at some point we need to put it on paper where if you come out here, someone can hand you a piece of paper and say, these are the things that we discussed today. These are the things we've accomplished. These are the communications we had with the mayor. These are the communications we had with the police department. These are the things that we come together on. And these are the things that we haven't come together on. Because continuing to have this is great, but it's not solving racial issues. It's not making donations to NAACP. It's not helping child care. It's not helping all these other things. I'm just here. So I'm saying I am willing to do that. I got some experience in that. My daughter's also here. If you can, she's got experience in that. She raised $250,000 for the anti-racism fund. So
We had just spoken up into a number of leadership teams. If you would like to be a member of the leadership team on communication, it sounds like that would be an excellent spot for you. I think she's right back here. If you'd like to speak to her, we've also got a member for our leadership team on social media, which I think you'd be excellent as well at. So once again, we're going to continue having these discussions and finding solutions. That's what we are here for right now. Can we please stay focused? Can we please stay focused? That's what we are doing right now. So, you guys, we are out of time. I would like to thank Alyssa for offering us her equipment, but we cannot continue to take up her time. Okay, there is a Black woman and Pam's event tomorrow from 2 to 5 right here. If you guys would like to be a part of that event, it will be staged by people at Red Stage here. And Naz is the one that is bottom lining that. So once again, the time was 2 to 5 in the same location for women and femmes, Black women and femmes right here. 2 to 5 tomorrow will be the focus of that discussion. So you guys, we had a lot of great ideas on what we can do to change this center, what we can do for our short-term goals of keeping this place occupied, what we can do to maintain the right vibe, and how we can stay communicated and make sure that we are projecting the right message to the world. We have been taking notes on it and we have it recorded. So now our next step is to wait for the other members of this movement and make sure that we all stand united behind a common cause, a common core set of values, and are standing with each other. Am I right? All right, you guys. Thank you all for being part of this and stepping up as leaders of your community. Because that's what this is. We're coming together as a community, discussing it, and we're giving each other a voice and opportunity to be heard. All right. Guys, like I said, we do have to give this mic up, so we do have some more events that will be going on. If you guys have a bullhorn and would like to share stories or even just come out and speak, I know there were some people who still wanted to share stories, and that was the perfect time for that. I want to thank you guys for your time, and yeah, see you guys around. So we'll see you guys tomorrow too.